Hi Aquarius, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 29th of September until the 5th of October. If you'd like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. Please tap into Aquarius energy. Let's see what Aquarius has waiting for them from the 29th of September until the 5th of October. Highest possible source, please tap into Aquarius energy. And let's see here. All right, there we go. Strength. Nice. So present moment card is represented by strength. Beautiful card. And then we have your crossing with the 5 of Cups. A little bit of sadness lingering there. And yeah, an obvious resistance to that. It's a challenging position, so. And then we have your crowning energy, or the top of your mind, which is the 5 of Wands. Interesting. There's conflict. There's conflict going on for you guys. Yeah. I'm still trying to I do so many signs, but I do recall that with the Aquarius readings. My best friend is Aquarius, so I always think a little bit about her life when I'm doing these. I'm not going to get into her situation at all, of course, but it's at the same time, it has been an occurring theme throughout the summer for you guys here. And then we have, of course, the subconscious here with the 9 of Swords, another regular card this week. It has been a lot of 9 of Swords for lots of signs, as well as lots of 10 of Wands for you guys. So seems to be like collectively a little bit of a heavier week. That's what I gotta say there. But obviously, as always, with the heaviness comes the healing also, and the expansion through those catalysts. So nothing to fear. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles here in your recent past, so starting something new. Makes sense too, because, yeah, if I recall the previous Aquarius reading that I did, we did see the Ace of Pentacles there, but it was in the either near future or potential future position. So it's you starting something new, you launching something new, like a new idea, something that is more of an earthy material energy. So it could be launching a business, could be entering a new job, like starting a side hustle, doing something that will create a little bit more stability to your finances and your creativity there. So let's see. And then we have the Knight of Wands there in your potential future. In your near future. We're going to see the potential future in a little bit. I always mix them up. All right, suggested approach. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So it seems to be a good choice entering this new space of either a new job or business venture, if that resonates with you, because this is all about abundance and self-sufficiency and just being stable in your life. Beautiful. And then we have your surrounding energies and what you need to know with the 3 of Wands. Lots of anticipation and waiting there, like this more eager, a little bit restless energy of waiting for the results to come in. And let's see here. We have the 2 of Swords and your hopes and fears. And now your potential future. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so the bottom of the deck energy is the Hierophant. All right, guys, so let's just jump right into it. Oh, Aquarius, you have strength here in your present moment, so that's beautiful. That's really, really good to see. It's you in this week being like very gentle with yourself, but like being very courageous, right? Not through force though, but like compassion, especially self-compassion. So yeah, just make sure to quiet down your inner critic here. And remember that your empathy and your compassion is going to be your superpower going into this week here. And then 5 of Cups crossing. So there's some lingering sadness there. There's still a little bit of disappointment going on for you guys. So there's likely regret with this card over something that didn't go the way that you wanted and that you hoped. So the challenge here is to not get stuck staring at what you've lost here, but actually notice the beauty, right? And notice the blessings that are still there for you. Because you do have lots of opportunities here. But I feel that strength here is definitely helping you out, even with this crossing here. And you're getting to a point where you've healed so much that this is no longer affecting you the same way that it was before. But it's still there. I mean, it's still, still stuck to your energy, but you're getting through it. You're definitely getting through it. 5 of Wands, though, like, again, there's a little bit of concern here, right? So we have the 5 of Wands, which is about disagreements usually. So you have this sort of like, it's like, I'm getting like this scattered, like competitive energy here for you guys. Yeah, like it's likely external. That's the thing, right? It's other people around you with conflicting opinions here. And you're kind of wrestling with that, and it's kind of becoming internal at this point, where you're starting to wrestle with yourself because you have so much noise going on with these individuals here, or with this specific person here. But yeah, definitely there's something like, there's a little bit of an energy vampire situation going on here around you with someone here, or with several people. So just stay centered. Just stay in this, stay in strength, stay centered. And don't let this, like, I know it affects you, of course it does, but just try not to let it affect you, you know. And don't let this pull you into this path here. Just stay on your own and let this be like a parallel path that's still happening next to you. You can still see it, of course. You can still like be sort of involved in it, but it doesn't have to be yours. You don't have to claim it as yours. Just step out of it. Just create your own world, create your own reality there, and try and not get dragged into this conflict energy here. And Nine of Swords. So that's your foundation, right? And that's very heavy. Like, that's an anxious loop that you're going through here. So deep down, you've been carrying a lot of things mentally here. And Strength at the center tells me, though, that you're finally learning how to soothe those fears rather than let them just take over you. And I think all of this is very much connected here. Very much connected here. I'm not going to be sure exactly what your specific situation is, but definitely something that was lost. It's causing you regret, maybe of even having entered it in the first place and having trusted in that. And it's still going on. It's still going on. You can still see it. You can still feel it. You're still very much aware of that. It's still affecting you, even indirectly, and you're still concerned about it. Yeah, there's still this tension there. But you have the center here, so this is very good, you know, because that's what you need to do, you know. Just be gentle with yourself, and this is what's going to carry you through. This is the strength here. So it's a beautiful card to have here in the middle of all this chaos here. And then recent past, Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new opportunity to fresh start, I was gonna say, like to start fresh in the material world, right? So it's like you've started something here, something new, something to take you away from this problem here. And likely it's about either work, or it could be your health as well. And I don't think it's so much to do with a new relationship here. I'm not feeling that this is very much about that, but it's something that's going to stabilize you, and it's going to be the part, at least, of the path that's guiding you forward now to get rid of this scenario here. And then Nine of Wands in the near future. So that's about momentum and just taking like very passionate action, right? So after this period here of this heaviness, there's going to be this very intense like burst of fire that's just propelling you forward here. And it's a very adventurous energy here. So that's very good. It's going to be a distraction actually from all of this, where you're going to want to create new things. Just like you're going to want to invest more in this idea here. And it's going to lead you towards that even more. So just make sure to harness it with some intention so that you don't burn out. That's the danger with this one here, that it can be a little bit impulsive. But I think you're stable. I think you're going to be able to do that just fine. But it's going to be a little bit hyperactive, this one. It's going to be, but very much necessary in order for you to leave this energy here. This is what's the most concerning to me, actually, that you're still stuck here. But this is going to be a very nice distraction from this, where you're going to be focusing on these two and inventing and creating, you know, rather than just being stuck in this anxious loop here. Yeah. And okay, suggested approach, so Nine of Pentacles. So that's asking you to just stand in your independence and just recognize the abundance that you've already cultivated here. So even if you're moving towards like partnership or collaboration later, this week is all about owning your personal power and your achievements here. So it's a beautiful card. And again, it's a reminder that you're very much capable, even apart from this energy here that's still dragging you in. You're still able to be independent and self-sufficient, especially, yeah, when there's a draining aspect there. You don't have to be attached to that. That's what it's telling you here. You can still be strong on your own here. And it's going to be for the best if you are, actually. So, all right, what you need to know with the surrounding energies is the Three of Wands. So that's progress that's happening, even if you can't see the full picture yet. So just, yeah, keep your eyes on the bigger vision here and just trust that your efforts here, they're aligning for you. They're aligning for you. So you don't have to be here. You don't have to be concerned about this. It's going to be fine. There's lots of cards here confirming that this is going to be fine. But, you know, I get it. I get it. I get it, especially if it's something massive. Of course, it's going to still linger, but universe is telling you that you're safe. At least you're safe. You're being backed by your spirit guides. You're being backed to take a different direction here so that you can get rid of this issue altogether and just start your own thing here. And then hopes and fears, the Two of Swords. So you're at crossroads and you're facing this decision here. And there's a fear of making the wrong choice, basically. Yeah, you're not really sure what you should be doing right now. And I don't think you're seeing the truth clearly here. So the advice here is to just trust your insight, you know, and remember that, yeah, like I said, it's going to be okay. And you're not going to be in this indecision for long as you're able to tune into yourself and tune into your inner guidance here. Because like I said, you are backed by spirit. But this fear energy here is kind of blocking you from that insight right now. So that's just kind of putting you in a headspace that you already know what you should do. That's what I'm feeling very strongly here. You already know what you should do. But sometimes you still let that ego voice come in and be like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe, you know, this thing here should be better when it's not. Yeah. And then Wheel of Fortune. So again, very big turning point here. And this is a great card. Like, we have so many cards of change in the tarot. Wheel of Fortune is my favorite because that's all about fate. And it's about cycles shifting and doors opening for you where you didn't expect them, but doing so by the universe and by your highest, you know, and your highest best in this case. So it's a reminder that life's ups and downs, they're part of the journey here. And the things are going to be turning in your favor real soon here. And then the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So that's all about deeper wisdom, right? And tradition that's anchoring all of this together. So this could be a mentor of yours, like a person that you're talking to that is spiritually attuned and is very, I was going to say grounding for you. It's a bad word choice, I guess, because it's the opposite of grounding, but it's, you get what I mean. They're grounding you at least from this energy here, and they're kind of calming you, and they're kind of being reassuring to you there and letting you know that things are going to be fine. So yeah, and I think you're kind of back online. You're following your spiritual path, which is strengthening your own moral compass here so that you can lean into your values, and through these teachings here, it's going to help you navigate the changes here that are ahead of you. So, you know, week is going to be all about having courage, you know, even as you process this loss here and this competition here with this chaos going on, and that your worries don't define you, you know, and you're already building something meaningful. So there's going to be some momentum that's going to be picking up, and it's going to be good. It's going to feel like it is a necessary distraction from this chaos. And your independence and your vision, they're going to guide you. So you have to just face your choices with honesty here and trust that this is for your best, and let your inner wisdom ground you here. So there are big shifts coming for you. So yeah, but you're way stronger and you're way more prepared for those than you realize. And that's all I have for you today, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this reading resonated, and if so, please give it a like and let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for your weekly energy forecasts. Okay, bye!